Hi, I'm Tyler. I'm a fourth-year mechanical engineering student, and I helped with this project by observing students in Price Center on whether or not they recycled or not, and I also helped gather other empirical data for the rest of the project.
Hi, my name is Eric. I'm a fourth year at UCSD studying chemical engineering, and for this project we went through trash at PC and Pines, looked through the trash and recycling bins, and I also did some research on the misconceptions of recycling.
My name is Edgar. I'm a third-year ESIS major, and for this project, I helped separate the recyclable material and scheduled interviews.
My name is Fitan, and I'm the videographer of the group. In Annie Leonard's Story of Stuff, she talks about how we cannot run a linear system in a finite planet indefinitely. This also applies to us at UCSD, so we decided to focus our project on improving the university's management of recyclables and waste. To do so, we had to find the source of the problem and who was actually not doing their job.
Based off of a survey that we conducted, we found that 84% of people thought that wax products could be recycled, like cups or soup bowls. Similarly, 66% of people didn't know what cross-contamination was. Based off of our observations at Price Center, we found that 37% of students placed recyclable materials into the trash bins, and a lot of this had to do with the fact that many trash bins were not paired up with recycling bins.
So there's a rumor that UCSD doesn't recycle, especially the university's housing, dining, and hospitality department. Because of this rumor, students don't feel the need to separate their trash since they believe everything will be dumped out in the same place anyway. In our interview with Krista Mays, however, HTH's sustainability manager, we found out that this rumor is actually false.
By talking to Krista Mays, we found that although recycling at UCSD has come a long way, we still have a long way to go to meet the Zero Waste Initiative by 2020. In order to uphold standards to recycling and avoid taking a contamination hit, recycling bins that are too contaminated with foods and non-recyclables will be thrown away rather than recycled. In addition, we found that UCSD puts a lot of effort into optimizing recycling on campus.
So, that rumor has been on campus since we started recycling. Man, no one ever thinks we recycle stuff. We recycle everything we possibly can.
So through our interview with Krista Mays, we found that HGH sends all the recyclables to a company with zero tolerance on contamination. So to help with the recycling at UCSD, we have some general rules and guidelines to help the students and to inform the students. So one of the things we found out was that many people don't know that wax products cannot be recycled. This includes wax soup bowls and coffee cups. And another thing we found was that many food containers, especially at PC, at restaurants like Santorini, Tapex, Bombay Coast, cannot be recycled because they've been contaminated with food and grease. Another common product we found in recycling bins were plastic cups and bottles. And the problem was that many times these recyclables had too much liquid or residue inside. To solve this, we just have to dump out the liquids from the containers and to also slightly rinse them to remove them of all possible contaminants. Many students thought that paper napkins and paper towels were recyclable, but many times they're contaminated with either liquid, food, or grease and should not be thrown into the recycling bin. Lastly, we also should check for recycling signs on anything we're about to throw into recycling bins to avoid any possible contamination.
As for the school's administration, we found that recycling at UCSD can be optimized by pairing up all trash bins with recycling bins. That way, students will not have to go out of the way to make sure their trash gets recycled properly. In addition, institutions with poor recycling infrastructure, such as Shogun, were more susceptible to cross-contamination than those with proper ones, such as Pines.